Hey guys, it's Naomi. Welcome back to my channel. I figured I would sit down today and do a quick favorites video for the month of September. And this is September, but kind of also August as well. Just the end of the summer wrap up of a couple of things that I've really been enjoying lately. But first, I just have to show you this beauty that arrived on my doorstep a couple hours ago. This was released yesterday and I had pre-ordered it on Amazon because it's a lot cheaper than getting it from Barnes & Noble. And yes, I just love this. I know this is an October release, obviously, so it doesn't really fit in the September favorites video, but how could I not mention this? This is, of course, the third Harry Potter book, and it has a gorgeous purple cover underneath this time. These come out once a year, every fall, illustrated by Jim Kay. I love his illustrations, and I've barely peeked through this one so far, but it's just, of course, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, look what I just flipped to. It's so pretty! Okay, on to the September favorites. First, I'm going to start by saying that one of my favorites is my new glasses, so that I can see the rest of the stuff that I'm doing in this video. These are my new Warby Parker glasses. I made a whole video about these I will link that down below so that you can see that video if you want, but these are the Louise glasses frames from Warby Parker, and I love them, and they have loosened up a tiny bit. I know in that video I said they were feeling a little bit tight right away, but I've been wearing them for a few weeks now, and I love them. And yeah, I guess first I'll mention the one book that I'm going to be talking about in this video, besides the Harry Potter book I just mentioned, Even the Darkest Stars by Heather Fawcett. This was the featured book in the September unicorn crate that I put together, so I can finally talk about this book with you guys here. And I just love this one. It was very unique. I've never seen anything done quite like this in young adult fantasy, so that is one of the reasons that I chose it for the crates. And it is just a really magical read. This one, I did a theme called Epic Journeys to kind of go along with this book. And one of the other items I'm going to show you is from the crate too. This is about a girl who lives in a village, and she and her sister are kind of competing to go on this giant expedition to this far off mountain that is very legendary. And so there's a lot of mountaineering aspects to this book, which I've just never seen in young adult, again, in young adult fantasy. And I used to do a ton of reading, nonfiction reading, and like researching the actual history of Everest and everything years ago when I was like big into hiking. So I really loved this, and there are all sorts of creatures and ghosts, and I feel like if you like Philip Pullman that you'll like this. And things with like witches and familiar animals, and not familiar, but like familiars, if you know what I mean. And the main character gets chosen to go on this expedition with this famous explorer, and things go crazy. There's some romance in it, and there's like this interesting sister relationship in it, and I won't say anything more about it in case you haven't read it, but I would highly recommend this. It was one of my favorite reads so far this year. One of my other favorite items from September is this Middle-earth map pillowcase. How amazing is this, right? I got this made for the September unicorn crates to go with the Epic Journeys theme, and this was the extra one that I ordered for myself, because how could I put these crates together and not, of course, keep one of these pillows for me? I have been a major Lord of the Rings fan for a long time. Decades? I believe there are still like 1 or 2 September crates available for single purchase. If you're interested, I'll put that link down below if you want one of these babies for yourself. I think these make just like a gorgeous nerdy throw pillow, and I'm really excited to have this one in my life. And yeah, not much more to say about that. I love pillows. Speaking of bookish things, I've been really getting more into bookish candles lately. It's kind of part of my job for what I'm doing now. I went through a period when I was really young, like middle school, high school, where I was super into all sorts of candles, but of course back then there was not like this bookish community that there is online at all, and so like bookish items and objects and candles weren't a thing. And now that I'm very exposed to that in the work that I do each day, I'm becoming a little bit more obsessed with them. And I just had to mention these ones that I've been loving. They're by Spidey Scents, and I especially love this one. It is, I know I said bookish candles, but some of them are from like shows and stuff too. And this is Lexa, like Lexa Comme Tree Crew from the 100. I love that show. I'm so obsessed with it, and I can't wait for the last season. Is it the last season, or is it just the next season? There's hoping. But these have a gorgeous topping of glitter on top. And I think those are so pretty. This one kind of smells kind of like perfumey, but like powdery. I don't know quite how to describe this one. It says soft florals, cedar, sandalwood, and amber. Of course, all these bookish candles and stuff are, you know, they're artificially scented, and that's sort of a whole new world to me because as a botanical perfumer in my other job, I don't come into contact with any artificial scents at all. It's only essential oils and absolutes and extracts. So this is a different world, and I like don't even know what my nose is smelling, but I just love that this is a Lexa candle because I love Lexa and Clark, and I love them together. But yeah, I had to mention that in my favorites. This next item is something that I got more than, well, no, maybe not quite a year ago, and sort of put it on my shelf and didn't touch it for a while, and then I rediscovered it like 2 months ago, and I'm just in love and I use it almost every day again. This is the Breathe Deeply Mist by Spritz, I think is the brand. And it's just a very simple blend of eucalyptus and peppermint essential oils and purified water. And it really does help you to breathe deeply. I use it before bed, sometimes in the morning, or just when I need to, you know, feel refreshed and calm down. Whenever I really need to take a deep breath and take a minute, which is a lot lately because, you know, life's stressful. But I really love this. It's very calming and soothing, and I feel like every time I spray some of this, it really does help me to like take a really deep inhalation. And I would highly recommend for, you know, meditation use or yoga or anything like that. And yeah, I just really love this. They have a whole line of other ones too that I would love to try, but it's happyspritz.com. Now, a couple of beauty items. Lastly, I've really been loving the Tata Harper, what are these called? Volumizing lip and cheek tints. I discovered these several years ago and fell in love with them, and I use them all the time, but then kind of like forgot. I feel like it's kind of an old favorite, but something that I've just recently rediscovered and been using pretty much non-stop every day for the last like 2 months almost, I want to say. And because it's just so easy. It's one of those multi-use products that it doesn't even look like I've used that much, but I swear I've used this so much, especially this color. This is the Very Charming color, and these are all natural. They smell like cherry or something. It smells so good. It must be the natural pigment in it, but these can be used for, like it says, lips or cheeks, and I'm actually wearing a little bit now just as a blush. They just look so natural. They blend right in. You hardly need any of it. You just literally, you know, that's enough for one. That's more than enough for one cheek, like almost too much, which is why it looks like I have hardly used any of it. And you can just tap for a tiny bit of color. I was already wearing something underneath, so you probably can't see that much. But yeah, I just love these. I have a couple different colors, but have specifically been using the Very Charming. Going from an all-natural item to something that's completely the opposite, I have been loving this stuff called Eunuch Litter, because unicorns and glitter, you know, it's fun stuff, especially for the summer. And that's what it looks like. This is their color called Rainbow Unicorn. These are vegan and cruelty-free, but of course they just don't look all natural. But these are so fun. It's in like a gel, and they really last a long time. This one's filled with all sorts of little colors and shapes, and I'll just do a swatch on the back of my hand for you. I love putting them like on my cheekbones. It's just a really fun, you know, you can't help but look in the mirror when you're wearing this and not smile. So if you're in a bad mood, put on a little glitter, and I guarantee you'll be happy. Isn't that so pretty? Ah! I mean, the other day I was just like feeling kind of down, and I put a little bit of this on each of my cheekbones, and I looked in the mirror, and you know, it made me feel better. Like, I mean, I know that sounds silly, but you can't wear glitter and not smile. Next item is another beauty item. This palette I got in the spring, the Don't Quit Your Daydream palette from Tarte. And I love this one because it is very basic. These are like the colors that I wear every day, pretty much in every video you see me. It doesn't look like I'm wearing that much eyeshadow, but I'm always wearing a little bit of this. And as I poke myself in the eyes with my glasses, I just adore the colors in this palette. Is literally like, if I chose one palette to use for, you know, ever, that would be so hard to choose. But seriously, this would be a contender for that decision because you know, it has my neutral shades that I just love, my go-to shades. And I love the size and the portability of this. Every time I travel for a weekend or whatnot, I always take this one because it's so easy to fit in my makeup bag. I don't know if they still sell this, but if they do, I will link it down below. And I just love the whole like message on the front. It's very me. I think that's it. Oh no, wait. I have one more item. I was picking up tea lights at a discount store nearby, and like I said, I haven't been into candles for a really long time, so besides picking up tea lights, which I do use a lot, I don't ever look at the scented candles until lately, and I happened to see this one called Lemon Biscotti, and I don't know if this is like the brand from the discount store. It says English Tea Time. That's all it says on it. I don't know. It was from Big Lots, if you're curious, but I happened to pick this up and smell it. Oh my gosh, this is like a time warp for me because it smells exactly like this little lemon chiffon cake Yankee candle that I had a long time ago. I want to say like 15, 20 years ago even. And it was like my favorite scent in the world, and it smelled just like when I baked a lemon chiffon cake. And which, man, now that I know that I'm allergic to eggs, I'm so sad that I can't have cake anymore. Does anyone know, is it possible to do like an eggless cake? How would it rise? I mean, I bake lots of eggless breads now. I'm figuring that out, but anyways, tangent. This stuff smells just like that lemon chiffon candle. It's so good. That is all for my August-September favorites video. I would love to know what you guys have been liking lately in the comments down below, whether it be books or beauty or decor. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below, or if you liked any of these things that I spoke about. And of course, I love the purple fairy lights that I have in my background now, and those are also on the Unicorn Crate website. I have a couple of those left in stock if you're curious. I'm going to go flip through and enjoy this baby, and I hope that you all have a really great rest of your day, and subscribe if you like this video and if you want to see future videos, and I will see you all in another one very soon. Bye!